10 a.m. on WKYT Midmorning. A driver who might have been distracted by his cell phone is injured in an early morning crash.
An earthquake in central Italy has left dozens dead.
And James Corden has offered a ride once again to another karaoke candidate.
This is WKYT Midmorning.
Good morning and welcome into Midmorning from WKYT. It is Wednesday, August 24th. We're glad you're here. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker, in for Barbara Bailey. You know, we've had a beautiful start to this week.
Yeah, we get to see the starts because you're on
we really
bright and early.
Get to see it.
In case anybody doesn't know, Andrea's on with us starting at 4:30 every morning, so tune in. That's right. When it's dark and early.
Right.
But we did have a beautiful start to the day, no doubt about that. And Micah caught some of those images. You can check those out on his Twitter and Facebook. Let's check in with him. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, and those clouds are still out there. And when you start to see those milky clouds moving on in, what that means in our forecast is that means some moisture is streaming on in because it comes from the upper levels first and then down toward the ground next. And you'll start to feel that later on this afternoon. Temperatures are there in the 70s right now. We'll finish off in the 80s. Mainly dry today, slight chance of rain. How many times are we going to be seeing that chance of rain, the daily threat of that throughout your next 7 days? I'm going to have that coming up.
All right, first this mid-morning here on WKYT, a man is recovering after an overnight crash in Scott County.
It happened around midnight on Long Lick Pike, north of Georgetown. The victim was rushed to UK hospital.
Deputies say the driver was looking at his cell phone, which caused him to lose control of his truck. Deputies say his truck flipped probably 2 to 3 times before landing in a creek bed. It is not clear right now whether the man was ejected from the truck. Deputies say he was outside of it when they arrived. People living close by actually heard the crash and rushed out to help the man.
Traffic is flowing again on I-75 after a vehicle caught fire near the Clays Ferry Bridge. It happened around 7:30 this morning at the Madison-Fayette County line. A viewer sent us this eyewitness picture. That's an amazing image right there. There's no word on any injuries. The left lane was blocked for about an hour. Rescue efforts are underway in central Italy after a 6.2 earthquake overnight destroyed dozens of buildings and sent people running from their homes.
It's been deadly. At least 10 people reported dead. The death toll continuing to rise, apparently, and Tina Krause has the latest.
Rescue teams pulled quake victims from the rubble as daybreak began to show the devastation in Amatrice. Frantic residents and emergency workers used buckets, bulldozers, even their hands to dig through the debris. The U.S. Geological Survey says the magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck at 3:30 in the morning while most Italians were asleep. Several aftershocks followed. The hardest hit towns and villages are in the about 100 miles northeast of Rome. The mayor of one hard-hit town said a family of 4 was trapped under a collapsed building with no signs of life, while the mayor of Amatrice said, quote, "The town isn't here anymore." He made a plea for more help to clear the streets and rescue the injured. The office of Italy's prime minister tweeted out, "Heavy equipment is on the way." This family dog was pulled from a small space carved in one collapsed home. Rescuers are still digging, hoping to find survivors. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
In 2009, a 6.3 magnitude earthquake struck in that same region, killing more than 300 people. The updated death toll now is about 40.
State police are trying to track down whoever stole thousands of dollars worth of equipment from Kentucky Fish and Wildlife. Troopers say sometime Sunday evening, a man and woman stole more than $30,000 worth of equipment from a shed at the agency's facility in Madison County. Among the items taken, 2 zero-turn lawnmowers, an ATV, and several power tools.
All that property is state property, and at the end of the day, anybody that pays taxes, things like that, I mean, we're the people that own essentially that property, and hopefully we'll be able to find that property and bring it back to Fish and Wildlife.
Someone called police Sunday night saying 2 lawnmowers were being driven south on Muddy Creek Road. Troopers believe the thieves are possibly driving a late 90s model white Ford Explorer. A man is in jail accused of viciously beating someone who owed him money. Hayden Rogers is charged with robbery according to his arrest citation. Police say he repeatedly hit the victim in the head with a pipe wrench outside a hotel near New Circle and Richmond Road. Police are still looking for a second suspect. That man is Kevin Bentley.
A man who Lexington police say is accused of raping 2 women over the last year and a half has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges. Police say Jeffrey Cummins broke into a 78-year-old woman's home on Donna Court on Sunday, this Donna Brook Court, Sunday morning. They say he raped her and then poured bleach on her to try to destroy evidence. Last year, police say Cummins broke into another home and raped a 64-year-old woman. Police say it took nearly a year to track him down and get his DNA, and then they say it took several more months for the state crime lab to match him to the case.
A 4th person has been charged with murder in connection to a double murder earlier this year. State police arrested Talmadge Branham yesterday morning in Montgomery County. Branham had originally been charged with evidence tampering in the case. In June, police say they found Devin Payton dead in Montgomery County and Brandy Davidson dead in Wolfe County. Police say both had been shot to death. Carla Hunt, Devontae Hall, and Eugene Wade Jr. also face murder charges in this case.
State police say a man is behind bars here at Midmorning following a deadly shooting at a Rowan County home. Teddy Johnson has been charged with murder after investigators say he shot Marvin Adkins yesterday morning. Police say they were called to a home on Brown Ridge Road after Adkins got into an argument with some people yesterday. They say Adkins then ran off for a time and they couldn't find him. But police say later in the morning, Adkins returned to the home.
After about an hour and a half, they all had to leave. The trooper stayed in the area to observe for him to see if he'd come back to the roadway to find him. And sometime in the meantime, he made it back to the residence. And after there was another altercation, and that's when the subject was shot.
Troopers say Adkins left the home after being shot, but they say they found him dead in a field just across the road.
A bad batch of heroin may be responsible for killing more than 50 people in a 2-state area. Police say 30 people overdosed on heroin yesterday in Cincinnati alone.
Very troubling trend. This comes after more than 24 people OD'd in Huntington, West Virginia within just a few hours last week. Police are not sure if the heroin used in those recent overdoses was laced with something stronger. A photographer with WKRC in Cincinnati tweeted yesterday that he went to 8 overdoses in 4 locations in less than an hour. The station says 3 people OD'd in one house. Another overdose happened at a gas station. That man had a child with him in the car. Police are looking for a common link in the drug that is being circulated right now.
And as you may recall, that earlier this month, 28 people overdosed in 4 hours in Huntington, West Virginia. And Kentucky is not immune. Last month in Boyle County, 5 people died from heroin overdoses in just a couple of weeks. In Franklin County, Sheriff Pat Melton told us there were a dozen overdoses in one day there. Scary statistics.
It's just an awful trend.
It is. 5 Louisville police officers say they were denied service at a local Taco Bell.
The police officers say it happened at the Taco Bell on Preston Highway during their lunch break. As they walked in, they say the man working the register told the other employees that he was not taking their order and then walked away. The officers say another employee came to take their orders, but they decided to leave after overhearing a conversation between employees who were making the food.
One of those young men told the other employee, I want to mess with them, I want to mess with them. And then he followed that up by saying, I'm going to mess with them.
In a statement, both Taco Bell and the Louisville franchise owner said they have apologized to Louisville police and to the 5 officers. Voters in 2 Kentucky counties have bucked a recent trend and voted no to expansion of alcohol sales. Yesterday's special election in Boyd County went on despite the city of Ashland suing to try to stop it. There, voter turnout was 17%, and the noes won the election by more than 1,000 votes. It was much closer in Casey County. The local paper says the margin 127 votes there. And again, it was a no vote in Casey County. Well, the wait is over. A new episode of James Corden's Carpool Karaoke will be airing tomorrow night.
And his guest is someone who's pretty used to performing before much larger crowds. Take a look.
Baby, can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning.
That's right. It's the one and only Britney Spears. She will join Corden tomorrow night on The Late Late Show. She has 2 kids now and a new show in Las Vegas, something Corden questions her about.
Have they seen your show? Have you seen your Vegas show?
Yeah.
I saw my mum in her underwear once when I was like 11.
You're so dirty!
I'm not, I'm saying, I'm not dirty. I can't.
He is too, he'll say anything.
He got a couple of slaps, too, didn't he?
He did.
Uh-huh.
You can see The Late Late Show with James Corden weeknights right here on WKYT, where clothes are kept on most of the time. I bet we got your attention just then, didn't we?
Exactly. Yes, we did. All right.
Keep it here on Mid-Morning.
Yeah, we're back in just a moment. We're going to take you to New York, where a minister is putting his faith on display.
And Barbara Streisand is teaming up with her friends again.
And it looks pretty good outside, mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures are slowly warming each and every single day. I'll show you if we have any 90s in the forecast. That's coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Anywhere you look, you have those milky clouds. It's the upper level cirrus clouds that tell you here comes some moisture, and typically when you see that, typically you can expect within the next few days at least a rain chance in the forecast. Not that it's going to rain, but a rain chance. It's an old wives' tale, and most of the time it's true on that one. Frankfurt looks pretty good. I don't see any problems there on the roadways. 75, no problem. 64 eastbound and westbound, no issues whatsoever. Down the BG Parkway all the way to E-Town, things are looking just fine. Lexington coming in at 78 degrees. That goes for Frankfurt, Lawrenceburg, and back towards Simpsonville near the outlet malls. Temperatures elsewhere in the low 70s, so it kind of depends on where you are. Will depend on the field, but I will tell you this. Here's the breakdown of it. That front's back toward the west of us. Huge dome of higher pressure still located off toward the east. Now, what this is going to do for us, still keep us mainly dry. Most stay dry today again, and we can't rule out a passing shower or thunderstorm, but for the most part, we stay dry. And what it's going to do is throw in some moisture, throw in some warm air into the region. And so steamy, humid, that's going to be the case not only today, but the next few days. Now let's break down the forecast going out toward tomorrow and Friday. Here's the breakdown of it. Not a good chance of rain still for tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, off into your weekend. I just don't see a big difference in the way it looks outside in terms of rain falling out of the sky. There's just not a good chance today, tomorrow, and off towards your Friday. So you're looking at roughly upper 80s to around 90 degrees tomorrow. Go off into your Friday, and you get a few blips showing up here and there. That's about it. Do not expect widespread rain anytime soon. And honestly, don't expect a good chance of rain anytime soon. So if you're making any plans, just know there is a slight chance of rain, small chance each and every day. The Wreck the Ravine going on there on Thursday at 5 p.m. That's going to be out at EKU. And that's a good event for all the students, everybody going out there at EKU. Should be fantastic weather for it, only a small chance of rain. And it's a little bit humid outside. Saturday evening, you got the Capital City Blues and River Festival going on there in Frankfurt. That'll be Saturday evening, and all in all, I don't see many issues whatsoever, guys. For the most part, the breakdown of the forecast is small chance now through next week of rain each and every single day, and temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. So it's really more about the steam and the humidity than anything.
Yeah, the key word there was small chance.
Right. Not good chance. Exactly right.
The noticeable things, that humidity. It's back. All right. Thank you.
A New York pastor is embracing his inner daredevil and testing his faith.
Yeah, check out the latest feat by John Mercury Morgan.
Well.
Yeah, Morgan used a ramp to jump over a helicopter on the ground and through a wall of fire. The stunt performer is a pastor at Faith on Fire Fellowship, appropriately named.
He earned that name.
Morgan says his jumps are symbolic of his faith, with the ramp representing the highs and lows in life. There was a lighter side to the stunt. His church gave away book bags and set up bounce houses for the kids to enjoy as well. What about that?
That was some interesting video. The filming of Mission Impossible 6 comes to a halt.
And New York rolls out the carpet for the stars of the psychological thriller Complete Unknown. Daniel Nottingham has those stories and more in your Eye on Entertainment.
Stars of the new mystery thriller Complete Unknown walked the red carpet in New York last night.
I could be anyone I wanted.
The movie features Rachel Weisz as the old flame who reemerges with a new identity to wreak emotional turmoil in her ex-boyfriend's life. Michael Shannon plays the now married man who comes face to face with his former love at a dinner party.
She's trying to just reconnect with someone who knew her before she began her profession of changing identities.
Complete Unknown opens in theaters Friday. Barbra Streisand teams up with some of her friends and favorite actors for her latest album called Encore. Movie partners sing Broadway. Anne Hathaway, Bradley Cooper, Hugh Jackman, and Alec Baldwin are among those who lent their voices. The duets cover a lot of territory, pulling songs from A Chorus Line to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Encore will be released Friday. And for a second straight year, Jennifer Lawrence tops a list of the world's highest paid actresses. The Hunger Games star pulled in $46 million this year, according to Forbes magazine. Ghostbusters star Melissa McCarthy came in second, earning $33 million. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Okay, coming right up, this is interesting. Cooking with hemp.
Find out about the local hemp foods cook-off here in Lexington next on WKYT.
Tonight's Powerball, $127 million, and Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $76 million. We'll be right back on Mid-Morning. Welcome back. It's Mid-Morning on WKYT. Sure is good to have you with us. When you think of hemp, you probably don't think of using it in cooking, but it turns out hemp has a lot of health benefits.
Interesting stuff. Annie Rouse, president of the Kentucky Hemp Research Foundation, is here to tell us about the Hemp Foods Kickoff happening right here in Lexington. Welcome, Annie. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
You were telling us there are some misconceptions about hemp and that, in fact, it can be very nutritious.
Yeah, so industrial hemp is grown right here in Kentucky. It used to be grown historically, but has been illegal for some time. However, the grain actually has all of your essential amino acids, a near perfect omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. It's really good for digestion as well as inflammation. And there's lots of different ways to incorporate it into your diets. One of which is actually you can either use the oil or the hemp hearts. These are actually a local Kentucky company, Victory Hemp Foods. They're up in Henry County. And so the hemp hearts kind of look like, they're kind of nutty. You're welcome to try it if you'd like. Almost like a sunflower seed.
Eat it.
Yep, just eat it.
Okay.
So I put it on pretty much anything that I eat because you get that added nutritional benefit.
Yeah.
Kind of takes on the flavor of whatever you're eating, or it's kind of nutty if you want to eat it by itself.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
There's also the oil, which you wouldn't want to cook with. It's more of a salad dressing, kind of like what we're going to make here today. So
I start whipping that together.
Yeah.
Here.
So what I do is use some olive oil, about 8 tablespoons of olive oil. Then the hemp oil. Use 3 tablespoons of hemp oil.
Where do you get stuff like this?
So this brand can actually be found at Good Foods Co-op in Lexington or at Rainbow Blossom in Louisville. There's also non-local brands that can be found in Whole Foods, but obviously you want to buy local.
We want to buy local, that's right.
Then I use some chopped basil, half a teaspoon of salt, some garlic, and some lemon juice.
Show them how it's looking here on camera.
It's pretty.
Yeah, turn it up, yeah. All right.
And then some salt to taste, or some pepper to taste.
What else does your foundation do?
So we are seeking funding for multiple research projects and educational programs to help make processes more efficient and to really look into developing markets outside of the norm. We're also doing educational programs like the local Hemp Foods Cook-Off. That'll be this Saturday at the Fifth Third Pavilion.
Tell us more about that. That's an interesting event.
Yeah, so we are getting Pazzo's, Village Idiot, other local restaurants will be there. Sov's Chill is actually going to be using the hemp hearts to make a lactose-free hemp ice cream.
All that is Saturday afternoon, 4 until 6. Keep working. We're back on WKYT Mid-Morning in a moment.
This late in the summer, you've probably made pasta salads a bunch of different ways. Everything from basic elbow macaroni with mayo to lighter ones that use all kinds of twirly pasta tossed with Italian dressing. Those are all great, but to take things up a notch, we created a new one that I think you're gonna love. We start off by cooking some cheese tortellini according to the package directions. You wanna make sure that once it's tender, you drain it really well. While that cools, we place some imitation crab meat, or you could use the real thing, in a bowl along with some chopped roasted red peppers, a good amount of peppercorn ranch dressing, a bit of sour cream, a little salt, and some Parmesan cheese. After this is mixed, we add in the tortellini, give it a good toss, and pop it in the fridge to chill. Let me tell you, this is just as welcome for a light lunch or dinner as it is for a change of pace side dish. The dressing gives it a ton of flavor. The pasta is cheesy delicious, and the crab hearties it up. Just like always, the recipe for our Lighthouse tortellini salad is online now, so you can change up your next pasta salad. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a pasta-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Good little meal on the patio this afternoon. We're a tad humid out there, but
Slightly, but not too bad. Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have that the rest of really the 7-day forecast. I mean, there's really not a big change in temperatures. It's 87 to 89 every single day. And every single day you are going to have the chance of rain, but look at the percentages. That means 20% of the region will have rain today. That's not a lot. So only an isolated chance outside today, slight chance. And that takes you all the way through your weekend into early next week. And so, for the most part, if you're trying to make some plans, I would stick to them, make the plans, but no, a pop-up shower, a thunderstorm is possible. It is summer after.
Yeah, and it's warm, so if it showers a little, that's all right.
That's all right.
Thank you so much for being with us on Mid-Morning. We'll see you right back here for the latest news at noon.